Welcome to our Accessible Living's Resources to Know video series, where we introduce several of our senior resources that we collaborate with. We already have our Problem Solve series, where we go through quick solutions to everyday problems, and now we're excited to expand to some area resources that can also make life easier. As always, we want to focus on what's best for our clients, and while we strive at Accessible Living to help people stay in their homes safely as long as possible, sometimes it really gets to the point where it makes more sense to move into assisted living. So today's topic is how to find the right community for you. So let's meet our guests. Could you please introduce yourself and your company?
So my name is Ron Braun. I own the Care Patrol franchise for the Missouri side of the metro area here, and we are a senior placement service.
So what does that mean, senior placement service?
Well, it's kind of a combination, I think, sometimes between being a realtor and a social worker and just a little bit of everything. So we help people. Find the right fit for them. There's a lot of communities out there that people can go to for assisted living. So what we try to do is find the right fit for them. We will go through and we help them understand the type of community they want. Review their medical and their care needs overall, and look at their finances too, because there's the last thing we want to do, either from a care capability or a financial side, is show somebody a place that they really like, but isn't the right community for them. That's just kind of not fair. So that's what we do. We find the right place for them and help them, measure select the right community for them, take a lot of their stress away.
Got it. It sounds like a comprehensive service. How much does it cost for your services?
Well, our services are free. We get paid by the communities that we work with. Very much like a realtor. In that, if you're buying a house and you hire a realtor as a buyer's agent, that realtor you don't pay for it. They get paid by the seller when they sell it. So very similar. We get paid as a placement fee from the community where somebody chooses.
Oh, well, that's great. I know that sometimes the need for a new living arrangement can be really immediate after a big change happens. So when should a person or a family reach out to you, and is that a long process?
It doesn't have to be a long process. We can do things. We can find a place in a matter of a day, or we can take our time to find it. Again, it's very similar. Some things I always like to say it's always better to plan than to react. But sometimes you don't have a choice and you have to react. There are communities that can do same-day placements, and so we work with them. If there are places that we have to find a place right now, we can hustle and get that done for them. But also sometimes it's just helpful to understand what options are and remove some of the we call it FUD, the FUD factor, the fear, uncertainty, and doubt. The more you can learn, the easier that transition can be down the road, whenever the transition is.
That makes sense. Back to that immediate need for more help, because that's how we usually work over here.
Yeah.
Sometimes that need is great at the beginning, and it's like not safe to come home. But then improvements are made either in how people are their own bodies, or maybe in the home that they were living in. And that level of help that you get at assisted living is not needed anymore. And where could somebody go after rehab to live, but maybe not live there for forever? Is that an option?
Yeah, it is an option. So there's a couple things we call that. Some places will call it, they have actual what they call step down care programs.
Okay.
Or pretty much every place has a respite option where you can go and you can use a respite option. Respite can be used as a step down care plan, or it can be just a place if you're staying at home and maybe you have a family as a caregiver and they're looking for somebody and they have somebody they're taking care of somebody. Maybe they need just a little bit of a break, or they want to take a vacation where they're, maybe their mom or dad can't go with them have to go to a wedding or something like that. They can go in and stay in a respite stay for 5 days up to a month, usually is what the timelines are. Sometimes it's a little bit different under COVID. Some of the rules as far as respite stays are a little bit different, but yes, there are options for that you can use it's a good bridge between, say, a rehab center and then being able to be fully functional at home, because sometimes we get discharged from rehab centers a little too quick.
Yeah. I'm glad to know about that as a resource. I don't think a lot of people use that option, but it's good to know that that's there.
Yeah.
So let's summarize. Why should somebody use Care Patrol, and how should they contact you?
Well, I think the why is you know, I've been through this myself. As you know, we had an issue with my mom where we had to call from the hospital and we had to find a place for her
Mm.
right away. And so we were running around, my brother and I, up in Canada, trying to find a place for them. And you know, you don't know the area, you're trying to find something. So what I think of us as we're a stress reduction service. Our services are free. We have been in every community that we have. We can eliminate, you know, rather than you going to try to find trying to find the right place for you in every place. We've already been there. We can reduce a lot of that legwork for you. Again, you know, we check all the care and violation histories of each of the communities, so we know who's providing good care and where they've had some issues and et cetera. So we always share that, very transparent about that with everybody. Um, and to contact us, basically the best way is just to give me a call at 816-535-9966, and we can take care of it from that. We'll get you started. We'll get you hooked up and find the right place for you.
Well, that's awesome. I thank you so much for your time today. I want to also mention that Ron and I are both part of a group called Senior Care Solutions Team, and we provide resources for senior related services. Since there are a wide variety of things that can be stress reducing, and so we all try to work together. We often can work together, as one of my clients at Accessible Living may need more help down the line and more hands-on care than they can deal with at home. And so then we would go ahead and refer to Ron, who can help find an assisted living community. So everything is here for us to work together to make life easier. So you can find our group on Facebook at Senior Care Solutions Team. And for Accessible Living, you know, you can always reach us at 816-301-5170 or at our website, accessibleliving.com. Thanks again, Ron.
All right. Thanks, Brandy. Good talking to you.
Bye.
I know.